Thank you everyone for joining us. We are here for our December Chapter Leadership Connect. I really appreciate everyone being here. Again, we are recording today so that we can place this little session on our YouTube channel for everyone to visit later should they need to. Today, we are going to talk about establishing a dynamic program for your chapter. Remember that many of these reference points that I'm talking about are going to be in your chapter handbook. We've got tons of reference information in there. There are a lot of things that you're going to be able to find on the website. We try to make things as easy as possible for you with your chapters and give you lots and lots of reference points. That chapter resource page has got as much as we can put on it, and I keep adding more. So make sure that you are checking that website regularly. So I am going to start sharing my screen here. And we are going to go here. All right. So we are looking at establishing and getting our members super excited to be a part of our chapter. You know, you all are the heart of this organization, and I want to make sure that you 100% realize that as we're going through this. We cannot do anything that we do without you because it starts with you. It is December, so we know what that means. 2023 is right around the corner, and we want to make sure that we are starting to plan our calendar and our chapter events.
Hey, Jen.
Yes.
There's 11 participants, so people might still be out there, and the screen's not sharing.
It's not.
It's not. Sorry.
Oh, it shows that it is on my side. I'm so sorry, everyone.
That's okay.
All right, so let's go in. I'm going to promote to panelist again, and I got to talking, and that I'm going to one more time run through and promote everyone to a panelist. And then we're going to come back here.
Oh, there you go.
All right.
What's it say? Has started screen sharing.
Are we, can you see my screen now?
Yeah, you're good.
All right.
Thank you.
So, I'm so sorry, technical difficulties on my side. I apologize. Thank you, Rory. But part of engaging your members is making sure you have this dynamic calendar and really kind of thinking outside the box. You know, 2023 right around the corner, we want to make sure that we've started that calendar of events. Your primary goals for the year. Remember, per your commitments as a WAI chapter, the things that we have to do to make sure that we're meeting the commitments that we've made to the federal government as a nonprofit entity, we have to include one membership event and one outreach event. So what can those membership events be? You know, they can really be anything. You can set up a booth at a local fly-in or air show, host a pancake breakfast, brunch, or a picnic at the local airport, partner with local colleges for a booth welcoming incoming students, check with your city, make sure you're checking with your city, state, or regional aviation and aerospace events for booth opportunities, volunteering at local events to advertise your chapter, participating in parades or trunk or treats, community center activities, air shows, school or collegiate events, etc. I know our local community center has a little Halloween thing that they do every year for the kiddos, and you can set up games and give away candy, and you can also give away flyers and talk about who you are and present yourself to those young ones as they're participating. They also do something similar for Christmas time. So that's always something good that we look at to do when we're going out and doing something for membership. We have one of the local colleges, we do an additional Girls in Aviation Day event down in Las Cruces, New Mexico, but they have a intercollegiate rocketeering competition, and we set up a booth there and promote Women in Aviation International as a chapter, but also as a whole, because there are college kids from all over the world that are participating in this event. And last year we were able to collect about 175 names from young people who were really interested in the event. And that was a lot of fun. For your outreach ideas, hosting a Girls in Aviation Day counts as one of your outreach events. And as a chapter, that is one of the ways that you are eligible to host a Girls in Aviation Day event. You can only host an official Girls in Aviation Day event as a chapter or as a corporate member. No one else can host a Women in Aviation International Girls in Aviation Day. You can participate as a guest speaker at a school or a college, doing some outreach there, talking to their maintenance programs or their flight school programs, or think outside the box. Maybe go and talk to their marketing programs or their business people, because aviation is not just pilots or mechanics. We have such a wide and diverse group of individuals who work in our industry. Volunteering during community projects. If you have, everybody get out and wear your chapter shirts and do a cleanup day and do some outreach there, because you're going to meet people that are interested and say, wait a minute, who are you? And they're going to come and want to join in on the fun. Signing up for airport ambassadorships. If you're close to a larger airport, they're always looking for help at the ambassador desks for people who need to find their luggage, or looking for a specific gate, or just looking for an airport greeter to say, hi, how are you, happy holidays. And that tends to be a lot of fun as well. You get to meet a lot of people that way. Hosting career exploration days with your local schools, partnering with your local military service personnel on events and activities. A lot of times your military personnel are also looking for outreach. So you can possibly get your junior members over to special events with those military personnel, because they have to meet certain outreach events to qualify for things and meet their goals for their careers. That looks good on their resume. Participating again in educational panels, and then volunteering to present for after school programs or to youth groups, big brothers and big sisters, tutoring programs, and telling them about aviation. Those are all amazing outreach things that your chapter can do. Events to make your chapter unique and keep the members engaged. You want to make sure that you're involving your leadership team when planning. This cannot fall on just one person. If the president is the only person who's working on this, you're going to burn your president out. So make sure that your leadership team is coming together. Put a Google sheet in your chapter's Google Drive and have people kind of spitball ideas and then go through and work through those ideas. Gauge the wants and needs of your members. Your events are going to vary depending on the demographics and experiences of your chapter members. If you're a student chapter, your events are going to look different than if it's a chapter that has maybe a more mature audience. There may be some 80-year-old roller skaters out there that want to go rollerblading, but there may not. That may not be something that is quite in their wheelhouse of things that they would like to participate in. And then determining how many events best fit your chapter and in what format. Plan for the year or plan for 6 months. Do what's manageable for you, and make sure that you're doing what's best and not over planning. You want to make sure that you're communicating. Share your calendar regularly with your chapter members and your prospects. Use multiple communication tools and include your calendar on your website so people have easy access to it. Consider personal invitations as time allows. That's the way that you're going to get more membership, and you're going to get more involvement and then gain more volunteers down the road. There's an ultimate purpose. You want people to, of course, participate and have fun, but you also want to grow your membership and grow your volunteer pool as well. Make sure that you're posting those calendar events early. You're busy, I'm busy, they're busy, but with enough notice, people are going to make time for the things that they love, as long as they know that they're happening. If you're only giving them a week in advance, particularly during holidays or summer break when people are going on vacation, you're not going to get 100% attendance. And then vary your events, days, times, and locations. Consider varying your schedules and locations to meet members where they are, particularly if your chapter covers a large geographic area. I know we've talked about this before, but I have my chapter to use as an example. New Mexico covers the entire state. I have members that are 6 hours apart. So there are a lot of times that we do tend to meet centrally in Albuquerque, but we also are trying to make sure that we're spreading those events to the north and to the south so we can meet those members where they are and people aren't having to travel 3 hours one way to come to an event. We need to try to come to them. A few more suggestions. Again, utilize those chapter resources. You're going to find your tools at the WAI.org on your chapter resources. Under other useful chapter resources and tips for building a fantastic annual program. Always keep in mind the KISS rule. Keep it simple, sister. When you overcomplicate your plans or events, it makes them less likely to become a reality. And don't overplan. Start by filling in every quarter. Build your program from there as you gain participation and interest from your membership. The things that you know have to go into your calendar, put those in the calendar first. If you know you're hosting a Girls in Aviation Day, put that in September. Or if it's going in a different month, because we have chapters that September does not work. If you know you have to have your annual membership meeting per your bylaws in December, put that into December. So now you have December and you have September, and then kind of fill in from there. Manage your expectations and realize that you are never going to get 100% participation. But if you plan really well, you will see 15 to 30 of your favorite people. And sometimes you're going to see new faces. They're going to bring a friend along with them. And make sure that you are following through. When meetings or events are repeatedly canceled or rescheduled, your members are going to get discouraged and question their involvement within your chapter. Remember Molly's advice. You want to provide your chapter with equal parts purpose and pizza. Provide them with volunteer opportunities, provide them with serious content, and provide them with opportunities for fun. Members like the fun stuff, so try to do as much as you can. Make sure they're having a great time and they'll keep coming back for more. Because realize that, again, the chapter is that core organic level for our membership. This is where people are making their friends, and this is where people are oftentimes making their very best friends. People that they would not have had the opportunity to meet outside of the chapter. And now this is a network of people that you really can't imagine your life without. Cool. So now what? Grab a calendar and start plugging things in. Make sure you've got your membership event and your outreach events. Are you planning on going to conference? If you're planning on going to conference, now you have either February or March filled in. Are you going to be doing a Girls in Aviation Day? Now you have September filled in. Take a look at your local trade shows or your air shows. Are you going to be participating in those? Will some of your meetings be virtual happy hours or lunch breaks? Or perhaps will you be hosting a virtual guest speaker? We have had really good luck checking in with folks on LinkedIn. I want to take a moment to say this. There have been some really good connections for finding speakers for virtual that have volunteered their time for free to come in and talk to our chapter about maybe the books that they've written as authors or the experiences that they've had as crew members or engineers, and that's been a lot of fun. So making those professional connections and then inviting them to those virtual events. Virtual is a great way to host because then Again, if your demographic is spread out, those members can come together for that 45 minutes of free meeting on your virtual platform and have some of the fellowship there. What else can we do? Some of your educational event ideas can be things like outside of the box. It doesn't always have to be that aviation thing, right? You don't always have to go look and touch an airplane. There are always astronomy groups everywhere. Go find a stargazing party. Those are a lot of fun to go attend, and they're enthusiastic people that are going to teach you about the night sky. I just did some research for my chapter, and there is an event that's put on by the Park Service, and they provide the telescopes, and it's an educational event, and you can go camping and spend an entire evening for a 4-hour program. Bring a picnic, dinner, and have fun on this stargazing thing, and make it a whole weekend thing. Do a tower tour, attend seminars that are live or virtual. Ask for guest authors or speakers to come and talk to you. And a lot of times, they are going to ask you to promote their product or promote their book, but it's well worth it to find out what these individuals have now become experts in. Do a museum tour. There are oftentimes aviation related things or aerospace related things right in your area that you don't realize that are there and available to you. Do local aviation and aerospace company tours, or even collegiate tours. I'm going to throw that in there. That's not on my list. Find out about your local aviation college. What programs do they have? Are there visiting warbird exhibits that are coming through? Because that's always an educational event. They love to talk about the aircraft and where the aircraft were and what they did during their experiences during the war. And that's a ton of fun, always spending time with those folks. Fun event ideas are networking and team building events, just going out and going zip lining, or trust falls. I don't know, having a good time and doing those team building things. Attending local festivals. It doesn't have to be aviation related when you're doing these fun things together. You're working on creating those relationships together. Having picnics or dinners, hiking or outdoor activities, attending happy hours together, holiday parties, and so much more. The only limit is your imagination. I will say that, we are getting a lot of new junior members, and we're so excited about that 18 and under demographic that we're getting. So making sure that when you're looking at those fun event ideas, that they are appropriate for our 18 and under, or possibly looking at building your calendar with something for specifically that 18 and under group. So maybe it is going to the skating rink and having a 2-hour skating time with the younger kids, if that's something that they want to do. I don't really know if anybody skates anymore, because obviously I'm a little bit older than the 18-year-olds, but maybe that's something that the kids want to do, or spend some time at the arcade, or taking them to do something for that networking. And the chapter is going to have fun too, getting to know those kids. I went and had coffee yesterday with one of our 11-year-olds and spent an hour with her, and it was a really great part of my day. That was a lot of fun. Make sure you're asking for your chapter's members' input. The more buy-in that they have, the more participation you're going to get. When you have someone that's like, wait a minute, that's my idea, they're going to get excited, and they're going to invite more people, or they're going to make sure that their connections within the chapter are going to attend, because that was their idea. And by cracky, you're going to come because, that was something I wanted to do. If you're still looking for activities, I highly, highly encourage everyone to make sure that you are participating in that Facebook page. Reach out to your fellow chapter leaders on the WAI Chapter Leaders private group on Facebook. We are really trying to make sure that this is an active, engaged tool for you as leaders. This is the tool that we have at the moment. I am working on some schemes and some plans, but some of those schemes and plans take time. So this is what we have at the moment. I have created a channel there that we've got your 6 chapter mentoring connect channel to connect you with your peers, to ask questions and to share materials. The more we share, the more information that we have. And I really want everyone to make those connections with one another so that Fargo is talking to Kenya, and Kenya is talking to Connecticut, and Connecticut is talking to Jacksonville, and those relationships are getting created, because without one another, you know, we really are going to struggle. You know, we're better together, right? And then should you need us, Rory and I are always here, and our information is right here. So my name is Jessie Rowden. I am the manager of chapter relations for Women in Aviation International. I do my very best to make sure that I get you contacted back within 24 to 48 hours. If that does not happen, please don't hesitate to reach out to me again, because my inbox gets a little bit insane sometimes, and you may need to hit me with a reminder, but I promise it was not on purpose. I was not ignoring anyone. And then we have, again, the brains and the beauty of the operation, Miss Rory Ainbender, and she is our chapter relations specialist, and she's absolutely amazing. So I do appreciate everyone's time here today, and I would love to open it up to questions. Can provisional chapters host a Girls in Aviation Day? Absolutely. Once you have put in that contractual paperwork with Women in Aviation International, Kendra, you are good to go. So the dates will be coming out soon. The dates to order your kits generally are around June, July timeframe. We don't have that nailed down just yet. They're working on that right now. You'll order your kits. The sooner you order your kits, and please pay attention to your emails that are coming from us, please. When we're talking to you about Girls in Aviation Day and those type of things, because we get some emails in September that say, hey, by the way, I need 150 kits. And by September, we are out. And we really want to make sure all of you get all of the resources that you need. So we send out at least 3, if not more, reminders on when those kit orders are due. And that goes out to all chapter leadership. So is there anything from anyone else? I would love to hear your ideas, things that you do within your chapter, fun stuff. We had an alien party in July. We went down to Roswell. That was one of our fun things, because we were like, why not? You know, it has something to do with the sky. They have an alien event in Roswell because they had that alien crash back in the day. So we decided that would be a fun thing to go attend. Well, it's a quiet group today. Rory, do you have anything, any ideas that your chapter does?
I know they're having a year-end holiday event.
Yeah, a holiday event is always a good idea, always a lot of fun. We did, we decorated, we got the not super expensive ornaments and had paint pens, and everyone decorated some ornaments for our holiday party. We did a Grinchmas.
That's fun.
Yeah, we wanted to make sure it wasn't like, you know, it was for those who didn't celebrate. We didn't want them to be uncomfortable. So we did Grinchmas. Yeah. I know there are chapters like that do pumpkin picking and pumpkin painting or pumpkin carving around Halloween, and that's a ton of fun. Our student chapters, for their outreach events, a lot of times they'll do around when the freshmen are coming in, they'll have booths set up, or they'll do a breakfast for the incoming freshmen to try to get some of that membership. That's their membership outreach.
We did a cookie decorate for our December event. You can get airplane shaped cookie cutters off Amazon.
Oh, That's a
Oh, I
good
feel like
idea.
I should clarify, Kendra sent me the invite, but this is Kate Fightel.
Oh, hi, Kate.
Hi.
Like I said, I've known Kendra for years, so I'm over here talking to you like, you know, we're besties. Sorry.
You're good.
Oh,
But yeah, Amazon has a cute pack of airplane shaped cookie cutters for like $10, and you can get 2 different airplanes and a helicopter.
oh, that's fun. That's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a good turnout. I posted some photos on my LinkedIn too, if you want to take a look.
Make sure that you are sending me any photos and a little write-up. And when you have your chapter members in the photos, tell me who's who and where they are, because we want that to go into the magazine so that we're highlighting your chapter and the things that you're doing.
Okay, I'll do that. Thank you.
Yeah. The magazine's going to print this week. Yeah, today. So the magazine's going to print today. Y'all should have it within the next couple of weeks for the January, February issue, I believe. In the next couple of weeks, we'll be coming to you with all of the fun stuff that you've done for the past couple of months. And then, you know, March and April issue, we'll come out with all of that chapter news. Any chapter news comes to me and I will organize that with your photos and all of your ideas. I love the ideas that you all come out with. And again, I cannot stress enough, I really, really, really would love for everyone to get involved with that Facebook page. I'm trying very hard to get some of those connections remade and get us involved, because the more tight knit we are as leaders, the better information that we have to share with one another, I think the stronger we're going to be. So that's really my goal, is to make sure that we are strong and we are, you know, we're linked and we're arm in arm and we're all doing this together and not feeling like we're floating on islands. I think after the last couple of years that we've all had, I think we all kind of felt like we were in this bubble and alone, and I don't want anyone to feel like that anymore. So that's really my goal. But with that being said, unless anyone has anything else, I really, truly appreciate everyone being here today. And I look forward to seeing you all again in January. We're going to talk about all things conference. And I hope to see some of you at conference. I'm very excited. I'm working very hard to get some really great programs out for you. I've already got our chapter leadership speaker set up, and I'm going to be announcing her pretty soon. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So with that, have an absolutely wonderful day. Happy holidays to those of you who celebrate. Merry always to those of you who don't. And I hope you have a great day. Thank you so, so much.